That is the sound of the gates of hell. At 71 years old, Lindsey Graham has entered the gates of hell. More to follow. Moscow Mitch. And many more for their sins against America. I guess he was a closet gay man like Mr. Haggy Rance, who openly said he wanted to sodomize a Chinese gentleman. Facts into evidence. Went down the road in Saturday. 71 years old. I guess he was a military man. We can give him somewhat of a thank you. And the day he cowhowed, dropped to his knees for the draft dodger, convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, Donald J. Trump. 45th, 47th, selected and installed President of the United States of America. This song is opening. I wrote a song for him. Gates of Hell. Before I went to record, we talked about the military. People only speak. I mean, New York Dan admitted he got caught looking at a young lady in a grocery store, and then he tried to raise money for his friend in Florida on Memorial Day. Used the military, but no one called him out. I have many times, but he's not socialized. But still no excuse. No one said about the military on this, but they really don't until it's 4th of July or Christmas or Memorial Day. I've never served. Jeff Hagee admitted he stole Valor, used Bobby Olmsted as a hall pass. He tagged me in that. I should be ashamed of myself, embarrassed. But it's not a lie, just as long as you believe the truth. But the truth is, our military and the armed forces serve us well, domestic and abroad. One all. 1939, September 1st, when one was supposed to end all wars, but when Hitler decided to invade Poland, kicked it off, and we had to, 82 years ago after we got pulled in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor Day, oh yes, we had to storm those beaches and succeed all the way to Berlin to snap the necks of the crowds and free the Jews when Hitler decided to take his own life like a coward that he was. Like I said, I did a book report on it, and it was a D- because they couldn't do something that wasn't real. Like he said to me, Oakwood, Stillbury, Jeffrey, never forget you know the truth. Wish it was just a movie, but it's not. Go see Schindler's List. Shout out to the actor that passed away. He was in many movies. He was in a Devil movie. It was a very good movie he was in, but he was in Hunt for October. He passed away. Good actor. God rest your soul. Godspeed. But they were deported, the Jews, to New York, and they came back, and then, you had the blue laws, and you have the rat line of the Catholic community. They're leaving the Catholic communities here in town there because they don't want to be in that kind of behavior. Forgotten War, Korea War, for whatever that was about, police action. A lot of men and women got sacrificed. Bill Clinton, Yahoo! And Bill Clinton, and the hunch, Donald J. Draft dodged. 58,200 plus men and women lost jobs went before, instead of them, and sacrificed at the altar of freedom. A lot of Agent Orange prize after a lot of collateral damage. Watch Rambo, cancer got him. My sister's second husband served 6 years. Kept going back, told me many stories, picking up people. Not an easy thing when you're 19 years old. And then 19, you can't see 10 feet in front of you. I went to the wall in silence. The young lady who passed away, the nurse, was from Buffalo. I listened to some of her videos. She passed away recently. She got the statue for the nurses who would stay with men before they passed away and came in as crispy critters. What they saw, what they had to put up with. They always had perfume on so the men could smell them when they came in. That was their last thing before they passed on. Not a good war. We're in Iran, still going on. The hunch, both be in and out. No. This isn't Venezuela. The draft dodgers thought it'd be easy. I sit in a comfortable chair here. I don't have to worry about being on a ship waiting for orders from a draft dodger. Desert Storm, Iran war, men and women in blue, and God bless the working class. These men and women I speak of have balls the size of bathtub, ovaries the size of oak trees. Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the merchants, the Coast Guard, they're in and out of uniform. Thank you so much for this fine country. My brother was a Marine, my nephew is a Marine. My uncle was a Marine. I see a Marine every morning. Hoo-ah! Thanks for your service, ladies and gentlemen. We would be speaking German or Japanese if we didn't get it done and when we got dragged in. Pearl Harbor Day. Again, thank you. All the families have sacrificed the altar of freedom. It doesn't go unnoticed here. When I see a man in uniform at the Holiday gas station on occasion, I always say, your money's no good here. Not an easy thing. What about your choices, right? My dad told me that. Know that you made a mistaken choice. Know the difference. You won't fix yourself like my mom, blind trust when I was 25. If you get to 60, it's yours. Make good choices, and you'll be in good places. Don't run with felons. Don't run drunks or people that hurt children. Run with people that are... Mark Cuban said he ran people with money. When you're with poor people, you're going to be poor. And when you make that poor choice to shower in the shower of Penn State, that is a crime scene, ladies and gentlemen. A crime scene. Like I said, your choice to talk about with anus breath. Penn State will always have that in my mind. Just like LT, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but he's also a sexual offender. Same thing with the guitarist for Leonard Skinner in the obituary. He was a sexual predator in Florida, registered. Great singing career, but guess what? At the end of the day, he's a predator, just like LT. He'll go to his grave, a predator. Because your past is always your future. But don't shower in the shower, Penn State. Don't go to a Catholic church where there was crime-ridden. I won't go in there. P stood for Penn State. We call it Pedophilia University. The Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated, we call it. Start snapping necks and sending souls to hell. It's not that tough. 50 gallows, 50 states. You hurt a child, you hurt an elderly person, you raped somebody. Guess what? Just like, unfortunately, fall season's coming up, and all the young ladies who want to go to college and try to find a man, good luck. Going to go there and try to do something substantial. Good luck, video game playing idiots. They're fresh meat. Make sure you run in packs in these colleges. They watch too much pornography and other such behaviors, and they don't know how to treat a woman. But women become lesbians because guys play video games all day long. If you don't like two men having sex, fine. Or you're curious, I get it. You can't watch two women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Put a condom on if you're going to have sex. Hershey Avenue, Smashing Gas, Gentle Dam, all water, no seeds. Just because that it, you can't have you get the father knocks you up. Popping that baby out screaming, don't name it Junior, you give it one strike like day 25, he has a strike against him already. Please prepare. Hey, Troopy's gonna use the penis. I want pregnancy. Adoption is the option. Can't tip a man to a fence. It's fun to have it. Meanest, wild, wet, filthy, dirty sex. It's great, screaming, hollering. Kids have odd behaviors. You can have your Jeffrey Epstein Island. That's fine, but it's all adults. 21 and older for this cowboy. What's in from Playboy made a lot of money at banging young women. Over 21, people thought it was girls. I heard that something denied. It's just like bell cheat. He wants to bang some chick. Let him bang her. I don't care. Who gives two pumps? Do me a favor. This weekend, you don't want to be in a jumpsuit. Call someone in murder, so pick up the phone. Too much to drink. All you gotta do is call me, call some of the guys who've been stalking me. The one guy's been making nonstop comments on my channel. A lot of stalking going on in my messages. Anus Breath is in there, and somebody else. So please call someone. Just pick up the phone. I get drinking. I get it. I did my old dad, but my dad made me a promise when I bought my 65 Chevy Impala. My mom was pissed. It was his money. He made it caddy. Brought it home from the Dodge dealer. She was pissed. I had $2 grand in my pocket, and he says, I'll see if it's 16. Peeled him off. But he said, make me a promise. No more in the car than you need to. If you're going to pump in the back seat, put a condom on, and don't drink and drive. I promise him that. Pack of tracks in the back. How much fun it would be to go out and be drinking, but no, you just call someone, because you're in an old jumpsuit, and then you fit to fill in old Canada. I was watching some, wonder how he got her, recommended her Slab City after I watched somebody else's. I've been watching some Slab City stuff. Pretty interesting. It'd be fun to go for a day. It's pretty interesting. It's north of San Diego. It's pretty interesting. Some good doc. Hers was pretty good. It was like she's in 2015 or something. It was pretty interesting. She did a good job on it. She just kind of walked around. I've seen other people do it. Slab City. If you want to veg on a few, they're pretty good. Some of the documents are like 10, 12 minutes long. They want to be left alone, but as soon as they need a problem with the police, they call them. And I'm saying, well, wait a minute, we need somebody, you know. Some guy said you keep able to make shitters out, but no one wants to come out there, so people steal from people, whatever else. It'd be fun to go for a day, drive around, see stuff, and move on. I get live in Boondock, and I saw Nomad Fanatic had a breakdown of something, some of his bus, so blind D's, we'll talk about that. So, we're going to drive a bus, it's going to happen. But Lindsey Graham, I guess he was a closet gay man, I guess. It was which is fine, nothing wrong with that. I mean, look at Jeff Hagee. If he got drunk enough, he would bang a man, or he would be banged. Fact, I mean, the evidence, I mean, you hear him say it. I mean, he wants to actually rape it, sexually assault a man in a restaurant. So he went down the road at 71 years old. I saw that. I thought it was Moscow Mitch, because Sue Ellen has him on her Deadpool hit. I saw it on my YouTube on my phone, and I was going to call her, and I went back and looked, and I go, oh, it's Lindsey. Because Moscow Mitch, proof of life, it's some video, who knows, but Moscow Mitch will be next in the gates of hell. So, but Lindsey was a lapdog. I think in a way he didn't like it always with the hunch, Lindsey, but he liked his job too much just to die on his feet. Moscow Mitch doesn't care, but these guys, again, there's no reason to die in office. I'm sorry, 2 times 4 get out, both, whatever. President 1 6-year term, that's it. It's just sad that you bring pork to these states and get voted in. I get it's a red state, I get it. We're a blue state here in Minnesota. I'm an independent Republican. I vote Libertarian. Hand up, not hand out. But down the road he went. Let's play Gates of Hell for him.
got his boots on my floor. Lindsey Graham at the gates, and he keep asking for more. Black iron hands, that door won't sing. He brought his whole parade to kneel to the king. Hear that chain rattle, hear that old bell moan. He came talking great, now he sound all bone. Lindsey Graham at the gates of hell. Lindsey Graham, he ring that bell. More to follow in Washington, D.C. More to follow, you can come and see. Down by the river where the ash drifts low, he shake hands with shadow in a dead man's glow. 1 foot in the amber, 1 eye on the crowd. He sold that song, and he sold it loud. Hear that chain rattle, hear that old bell moan. He came talking brave, now he sound all bone. Lindsey Graham at the gates of hell. Lindsey Graham, he ring that bell. More to follow in Washington, D.C. More to follow, you can come and see. If the smoke keep rising and the truth stay thin, every promise he made crawls back on in. I seen that grin turn to dust and chill. The morning breaks hard, and it always will. Lindsey Graham at the gates of hell. Lindsey Graham, he ring that bell. More to follow in Washington, D.C. More to follow, you can come and see.
You could put that to a montage of him and Moscow Mitch. Anyways. Alright. But, yeah. He, entered the gates. If, just like it was said, if Michael Jackson was guilty of the charge, he paid at the door. O.J. Simpson paid at the door. You never get away with your behaviors. You're there. When the big bony finger comes out, where do you go? Ascend or descend? He's always watching. I know religion, but I do when he's there. That's why I said you burn church to the ground here in town. A lot of the Catholic churches are being consolidated because people don't want to be in the Catholic community anymore. They don't want to be in this behavior. They don't want to, the past is hurting the Catholic community. And even Boy Scouts, it's once or twice it's come through. People want to join Boy Scouts, and that's too bad. I mean, I was in 4-H. Mr. Nader, Mr. Dvorak, who passed away, all the way to the end, he donated. He was all about, he was a Boy Scout leader. My brother-in-law was a Boy Scout leader. Yeah, when I heard that twice it's come through. My favorite Boy Scout idiot one time, it was on he was in some Utah or something. We call the Boy Scouts, and it's a rock formation. And he thinks it's funny. They push a rock over, and they put the video on. And he's on Morning America to defend himself. Well, why aren't you in your Boy Scout outfit? He's defending it. It's like, no, you push it over. When Boy Scouts are supposed to protect what they're doing. What do you call the word? You mentor them to be. A lot of Boy Scouts become military and cops because you're learning to be respectful. Never forget that. Some fat guy in his suit making excuses. It's like, but that's what it is about. And the Boy Scouts have that problem there. That's why they've been sued. That's fine. I get money, but let's start putting people in jail. It's just like with Catholic communities, man. I'll bitch and bitch and bitch. I just will pitch, man. Why are they getting rid of these Catholic churches? The Germans built way back when. And all these, they're consolidating because people want to go to different Baptist churches. The same thing. No one does anything about it. Look at your president, Mr. Pedophile Protector himself. Doesn't want to hurt his friends. The Jeffrey Epstein list, where in the hell is it? I suppose it was on her desk, right? Pam, right? Where in the hell is it? But people don't care. They don't. My friend and I used to bitch all the time. He goes, Cowboy, I get your passion. I've been this before. He'd always tell me, he goes, listen, it's been going on beginning of time. The Hebrew slaves. No one cares. He goes, there's too much money being paid for this behavior. It's sad. I'll bitch and bitch and bitch. And I'll complain about justice. Any city, any town, any country. People go to Vietnam. When I was in Vietnam, we were in the bar, down in the city one day, and guys walk up. One woman, no, we don't want. We're here we're looking at things. It's just like they'd walk. He's in the Philippines. You want woman? No, we're just here to have a drink. We'd leave the factory on the Marine base. It's like it's nonstop when you get over there. I mean, Vietnam's got some beautiful oceans, and they have when you get away, it's very beautiful. But that kind of behavior just is nonstop. Same thing with Bangkok. Same thing about that place. I've never been there. That's just another place. You walk the streets just to enjoy yourself, and someone's always asking for something. I've been to Singapore. It's not as bad. Singapore's not as bad, but it can be wherever you go. As soon as you're American, they're going to hit on you. But that's the way it is, man. When you pass away like he did, Lindsey, now Moscow Mitch is next. He will be at the gates of hell too as well. He's been called a rhino a few times too as well. Refused to die on his feet. I like it when a Republican will die on their feet. What's his name from Arizona, Vietnam vet, was up against the hunch all the way to the end. And they're not afraid to speak out. But these when the problem is with these guys, it's a great job. I mean, great job. Good salary, free health benefits, whole 9 yards. You don't want, he loved being in there because guess what? It was a great job, great gig, you can get it. You have a lot of power. 2 times 4 and get out. No stop and steal. 1-6 and leave. We elect the Supreme Court. Bitch and bitch and bitched. It's not that tough. Move on to something more substantial. But whatever. Damn lawnmower. Come and get it tomorrow. Something's going on in that bad boy. I had to do the front yard in the hot heat. I'm going to the car show, Machine Nationals, Saturday. I'm going to bring some water with me, my little thing. So we'll get for the other channel. I don't get any views on the other channel. As I get it. I still like going to the car shows. I love the Machine National car show because it's fun. Because you'll see a Javelin, which I like. You may see a GMC Pacer, AMC, excuse me. You may see some AMCs. You see some old Dodges. You see a lot of 65 Chevy Impalas, some Caprices. It's a fun show. I love the bad 50s, but this is really fun because you see some 75 Monties, which I had. My mom had one of those, and you see all these vehicles, these huge boats, Cadillacs. It's fun to go to. And it's a great family event. So Bad 50 show is epic. You go with about 6 people. I video. If you're not video, just walk around the whole thing and see all the cars. You can be there for 6 hours and have lunch and hang out. So I'm gonna bring a water bottle with me, and bring 3 batteries. I'll take pictures from my Facebook and from my calendar. And I always give a calendar to my sister, a lady who work with other people. I take pictures wherever I go. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy car shows. I'm not saying I'm expert on cars. I just understand when somebody takes their time out of their day to make a car look nice, and they put money into it. I mean, I miss my PT Cruiser, and a guy at work wanted to sell me one. I'm like, I said, if I brought that home, my wife would kill me, and I'm not paying that $1,200. I said, it's a beautiful car. I'd love to have it, but the PT, the sports car, is gone, and it sucks. But the 2002 with 170,000 miles on it, 172, gets me where I gotta go. It runs just fine. I mean, I could probably recharge the AC, but I'm not gonna waste my money on the AC. But it rides just fine. The engine light will be on forever. It's got, who knows, but new tires on it, and it'll be a year-round car until she decides to trade in her vehicle, and maybe I'll trade whatever, because they want her big time. They want her car, so that happens. I'll be bummed out because she doesn't have a CD player in there, so I'll be screwed. I still love the 2002. It's got a cassette player in there. It's just absolutely hilarious. I was listening to a country music the other day. What the hell is that one called? Brooks and Dunn, the greatest hits on the cassette. No, I was listening to CD. I was listening to that one lady my mom liked, but Brooks and Dunn on the CD, they're the greatest hits. I saw them in the last rodeo. We're going to go see what's his name on Wednesday, the last Wednesday in the Mystic Lake. She wanted to do a dry run for some reason. We went down there on Sunday to drive down there to Canterbury. Chris Stapleton, she wanted to go see him. I said, fine, we'll go see him. So went through my friend. He's a promoter, so he got her some pretty. She sent the email. He got her some pretty good tickets for Chris Stapleton. So we're gonna go. I have a short on him. I did the other channel at the Country Music Hall of Fame when we were in Nashville. Nashville's a great town. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. Went down to Jack Daniels. It was fun to go through there, and we went down to the caverns. And when we were done with Jack Daniels, it was a really you got some trinkets you wanted. Then it was like a little strip bar that had a really good rib place. That was fun. But I get the bars more fun. I know Garth Brooks was going to build a bar, I guess, but a lot of women in their bachelorette parties, and I bought some 2-3 pair of cowboys. You could buy a whole bunch, but it was fun. Nashville, we went there for my birthday. It was great. Just like we went to Florida, we went down to what's that place called again? Cheaters stripper bars down there. What the hell is that town? Cocoa Beach. We went down there for my birthday. That was fun. That's fun. Right after the hurricane. Before the hurricane. It was fun. Cocoa Beach was fun. It was a nice, fun place to go. But anyways, so yeah, Mitch is at the gates of hell. Whatever, man. Again, falling right in line with the hunch. Donald J, right? Right in line. So, it's been fun trolling anus breath, and that one idiot keeps coming back over and over and over again. What's his name? He's been stalking my stuff. What's your name again? What is his name again? Constantly, just because he's bitching about them bringing up the hunt, bringing up what's his name? Desert Bum, whatever. He, she, it, whatever, has been coming non-stop to my channel. I appreciate it. I mean, it's just like that one guy who was a carpetbagger, the Daily something, whatever his name is, goes, thanks for watching. That guy. I appreciate it because I brought up his 10 years ago, what he was doing with his behavior with the stolen Valor. Yeah, and then they wanted to bang a guy up behind quarters. I don't care. Like I said in the video when I was in the porta potty, and my whole point, I told David on the phone, I guess I'm angry from the trolls that he knows bring up Steve Coate. I don't care. It's part of the whole story. Is it? Like I said, what's his name? The Giants linebacker, LT. Great football player. But when he dies, in his obituary, his past will come up and say, "Bob." At the end, he's a registered sex offender. Period. O.J. Simpson, his obituary was all about his behaviors. Aaron Hernandez, the gangster, Mr. Hernandez. I know, the cockroaches. they took him out of the in his school because of his behavior. They didn't want to have him in there. Pedophilia University, Penn State, Joe Paul, they took everything out of there because they don't want his past for the future. And the new people coming through Pedophilia University don't want nothing to do with that behavior. I'll never forget, I was doing a live show, simulcasting with, what's his name? I can't remember. And his producer comes on, they're riding right now, and I was against pedophilia. I liked him, but he knew I didn't like it because he's smiling, I thought it was funny. His wife's crying, and they fired his ass. I don't care what he's done for the college. You can't slam a locker and tell two people. That's why I say don't shower in the shower at Penn State. I know, what's his name doesn't like when I say that. What's his name? Carl. I don't give him two pumps. I'm going to say it because someone's got to speak for the victims in this behavior. I don't care, Boy Scouts, I don't care, wherever it is, someone has to speak for it. With anus breath, pushing around a picture of a young lady. I guess he was talking to some other chick when she was like 13, I guess Dave told me. Kamish said. So, that's Kamish behavior. He's trying to reinvent himself on YouTube. Go ahead, but here's his past. It's right there. And he actually admitted, he did do it. So he admitted he stole Valor and used Bobby Olmsted as a BS. It's just a bold-faced lie. I don't hate anus breath. He's a specimen of an idiot who brainwashed dumb-ass white boys. Who that guy that did the video on it, who was very impressionable. Like I was telling Sue Ellen, I was taking Coco Banana for a walk to Poopiston when I got home from work, right? She goes, "Is Dave so buggy?" He doesn't really bug me. I said, he calls me. I can simply say, when it's in my ear, ignore. I told her, listen, I don't hate Dave. I said, he's a very bright individual. I said, he just doesn't have anybody to help him along. Just like with New York Dan, has not been properly socialized. His own mother won't talk to him. He's junior. Has never done. I said he's glued to YouTube, and I said I like YouTube. But I said Dave could be a very smart guy. He could work for my Uncle Rugburn, be very successful, make six figures. Savage could be working for my uncle right now, but she was too busy trolling Truthfully Trish. And it's how you apply yourself in life. My mom put the money in blind trust. I said it'd be around 60. I have no idea what's in there. I probably won't even look at it until I die. It's already going to go somewhere if I don't. Okay? But Dave is just like with anus breath. I don't care what that guy says. It's 10 years ago. He's supposed to have cooking shows. I've done 2 on his arm. I might do it when I do my Monte Combo, my Monte Crisco. I'll put that out, and his anus breath, doing his cooking show. He can try to reinvent himself. He's like literally getting to be 300 pounds, and he could tell he was scared. He's in a park. I don't know why you'd go to a park. Because I'm talking about children, because I'm talking about you and your behavior. That's what I'm talking about. So he wants to push it back on me. He knows that he did it, push around. He just doesn't want to hear it. Because that's his past, which will always be your future. Hey, I've not been, I guess I could pop back and be an alcoholism, I guess. But I have more self-control. I guess I could be a recovering alcoholic, I guess. I went to treatment, but my dad told me you got to change, find new friends, find new roads, you want to put it that way. I decided to. My good choices. But it's I can't believe you put there in the post, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You're admitting it, and you're going to blame it on Bobby Olmsted? It's right there. He stole Valor, but no one cares. Just like with New York Dan getting yelled at, looking at someone's daughter, not once, twice, in a store, and he admitted it. I'm like, really? And no one says anything about it except me to him. No one cares. Asking for money on behalf of the military on Memorial Day. Who does that? New York Daniel, not properly socialized. It's just, I'm sorry, man. I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my life, but I've never hurt a child. Never hurt an elderly person or people that are handicapped. Don't even think of doing that behavior. It's not the way it's brought up. It just drives me absolutely insane. But this anus breath, I love doing the porta potty when I want to. I love sitting and smoking a cigar. It's fun. Who does that? I do that. I'm going to go to a car show this weekend in the heat. Would he do that? No, because he's too obese. Doesn't know how to vlog. I'm not saying this great vlogger. I know how to straight shoot, look in the camera, point things out, and have some fun, and put the things up and be done with it. No one cares about the animals. No one cares. No one cares. I could put up the deer this morning. The big buck was back there for like 10 minutes. I could have put my camera out there and say, look at this big 10-point buck with his 2 girlfriends. Oh boy. A bear, a deer, oh, who cares? A bird, oh boy, that's really tough to do. That's his exploring, right? He explores his groin when he watches pornography and plays. Again, this guy who, I'm a professional poker player. Yeah, okay, because I won poker once, and I played it down at Canterbury with a friend of mine one time. He happened to be down there, we played a little bit, and I think I broke even and left. And poker's fun because it's a very thinking man's game. It comes the flop, you got the, the turn, and then what's the flop? What flop, turn, and then the river. Yeah. So when you get that, the turn, and then you get the river, okay? And it's fun to watch because you figure, okay, I'm holding 2 8s, whatever. Maybe I have a 10 and 9, what comes down on the flop, and, whatever, whatever, but it's, I don't care. I'll point this out. This idiot can try to reinvent himself on YouTube. Just you have to know his past you're dealing with. Like I said, background checks. You want a good job? Not Burger King will just hire you. Some places just fill an application out the end, fine. You got to have a good, a credit check in the back for all these jobs. They don't want somebody with bad credit. You got to make sure you're an upstanding person before you get a good job, not just some swinging dick. That's all there is to it. His past will always be his future. If he did the audio, which is called a video, then he does another one, which is fine. I appreciate it. He can't save me. I love giving him crap. He's just too easy to give crap to. Then his big Mike guy, the Muslim guy, Muhammad, comes over. He's triggered. He's the last of his protectors, because I guarantee it. I guarantee this guy thinks hydro, that's his name for him, it's in his phone. He thinks Anus Breath is the most funniest guy on YouTube and probably loves Boogie 2998. Probably just thinks he's the greatest thing. These guys, they play video games nonstop. And I get video games to a point. I used to do them an hour when I was in St. Louis Park. I was stupid Nintendo, and I get it. We have the one up at the cabin, and I guess they were playing all the weekend. They had a great time this weekend. They'll be up there again. They're coming down from Bemidji. And they were having a good time playing some Super Nintendo. They played for a couple hours. They had fun. They played Monopoly, and they had a gas. And that's great. But I'm sure not going to... Like he says, his hero says, what's the point to do a 3-hour stream with 40 views and play video games? What is the point? I delete all my live streams here on this show. It's not worth it. No one cares. I've never understood the hobby. A hobby is go get a truck and be a portable car wash and wash people's cars. That's my buddy does that, and I've seen that. You go around and you wash people's cars that are at their job. That's a hobby. Weekend, go get a lawnmower, mow people's lawns. That'd be a good hobby. Get a snowblower, do the wintertime. Streaming. I'm sorry. I do a lot of welding, which is a hobby, but I make very good living on it. Podcasting has always been fun for me. I never bought into the Blog Talk Radio Network for their money. I bought in here because they told me I had like $300-400 in there, and I started my own PayPal, and now I make some $100 a month. And the same IPs, the same ones. There's nothing new. Same IPs. I make $100 every month here on Spreaker because I'm on all these different platforms. People still like audios. I love doing audios. I love podcasting. It's a lot of fun. Music in my ear and the mixer, and you have some fun. But what is the point? I told Dave, you don't need to watch some other moron play video. You gotta learn how to play it. Because a lot of these guys will play video games while they bitch about somebody. If they bitch about Biden, they bitch about this, they'll play video games. Women will play video games because men are visual, so they're watching a video game and they're watching the food talking and it's moving. So they watch video games. Women, especially over on Twitch, or they'll play on. To me, it's not even worth doing it on TikTok because I don't think it stays up. So why? What's the point to stream on TikTok? What doesn't stay up? There's no point. It's stupid. I get it, but there's so much. The days of poker and video games is long gone. Because I remember it was a big thing with poker when we were at the Nugget one time. God, 15, whatever it was, and back when it was, and there was a poker room there. I remember walking up the little wheelchair. You walk up to the sports book, and there used to be a bar there, so they put a poker room in there. We went like 7-8 years later. I remember walking down, and that room was gone. and they put in like a bar and some poker machines, because guess what? Poker is long gone. So they realize in poker, they don't make that guaranteed money. If I walked down to Mystic Lake and they had poker, which they don't, okay, they're going to get I'm going to play blackjack. If I lose, which you do, they get the whole $100. Maybe you give some tip to the dealers. But when they're playing poker, they don't get the full thing, and then just take up space. So it was a big thing on poker, and I get it. It was fun to watch on TV, because you watch guys thinking. I didn't need someone to tell me what I see. It was fun to watch how they played it in their mind. It was fun, Latina's breath. Stealing Valor, admitting it, using Bobby Olmsted as an excuse. It's okay. It's a fact. And then again, wanting to go anal rape some guy. If three friends of mine said, if he was drunk enough, anus breath, he would want to penetrate another man. If he was watching some adult stuff on a campsite, you're on the phone watching something, he got all horny, and you say, hey, you want to relieve yourself? He'd get drunk enough, he'd do it. He'd pitch, because if you're going to say that to a guy you don't know on a call and tell everybody about it, there's something in there that maybe, like I said, he experimented with somebody when he was young, which is fine, Like Jeff Dubay here in town. His past, good radio broadcaster, and then got some drugs from somebody, and then ruined a good job. His past has always come back to ruin his future. Been arrested a few times doing meth. Jeff Dubay, look him up. I knew him. I talked to him a few times. His brother worked at the Oak Ridge Country Club. Nice guy, great mind for hockey, but poor choice of drugs, kept reoffending. The Brown Institute took him off the Hall of Fame because of his behavior. They didn't want him on there because of what he represented. It's a fact. So it is what it is. It's that's anus breath. It's fun to talk about it and piss and moan about it, because it's just too easy. It's way too easy. Let's try. Let's do the other one. This next one is let me see. Was it? Yes, Capital Doom Blues. Here we go. It's Moscow Mitch is in there.
I seen a sign on the door. Cold wind on the hill. Lindsey at the threshold, talking like he lost his will. Washington, keep a long memory. You don't forget a face. Every deal you struck for fire comes back and takes its place. Hear that iron chain, hear that old floor groan. What you built in the dark, don't stay hidden long. Grim Reaper blue, Grim Reaper blue. Everybody's dancing when the bill comes due. Grim Reaper blue, Grim Reaper blue. Down in Washington, the truth cuts through. Moscow Mitch keep talking like the winter never ends, but the cards on the table know where every lie bends. No crown lasts forever, no mag stays on tight. When the dead gets called in, it all comes up at night. Hear that iron chain, hear that old floor groan. What you built in the dark, don't stay hidden long. Grim Reaper blue, Grim Reaper blue. Everybody's dancing when the bill comes due. Grim Reaper blue, Grim Reaper blue. Down in Washington, the truth cuts through. ain't no backroom charm. When the floodlight hits you, it can do you harm. So count your little speeches, count your bottled days. The house of crooked whispers always slips away. Grim Reaper blues, Grim Reaper blues. Everybody's dancing when the bill comes due. Grim Reaper blues, Grim Reaper blues. Down in Washington, the truth cuts through.
Yeah. That was good. That was very good. That was very, very good. I love the blues. You could put that to a video of Moscow Mitch and the Hunch and everybody else. Very, very good. But and Moscow Mitch, he's on the Deadpool hit. And I swear to God, I thought it was Moscow Mitch. And I looked, it was Lindsey. I went, oh. But yeah, the gates of hell he is. And, he was a lapdog for the Hunch, Down J. Two people now don't know. Now I know why I call him the Hunch. He never stands up straight, man. He never stands up straight. He hunches. He always sits forward in his chair and can't sit back like a real man. Closes his fist. I don't know why he can't wave. It's always that white power look, And, the white supremacists were marching on July 4th weekend. I'm shocked that he wasn't out there marching with them. It's like... But I did see Nomadic Fanatic. I saw the title, something about his truck breaking down. So he's probably... I'm not surprised. If that's what it is, I'm not surprised. The bus. I get driving Route 26. Carpetbagger is on his second video. I saw that. I'm not going to watch it. I've seen enough. It's been more fun listening to what the hell is it? Slab City videos of people, documentaries on that, instead of watching two idiots go up Route 56. I get it. Yeah, I'd love to drive it someday. You can do the videos, make them real simple. You walk through a certain area, you look at things and move on. But I'm not going to watch an hour, 10-minute video of Route 56. Carpetbagger used to be really good when he first came out. He would do like 25-minute videos. I'm not watching hours 10. I do these audios. I try to keep it in 90 minutes or even less. And they get what they get. I get it. But it is what it is. But I saw that with his on Route 66. I get it with hustling on it. She's back in town. She did a pretty good video. I've been to where she's at. It's in Nebraska. She was at the rail yard. It's a big yard. It's cool as hell. I've been there with my dad years and years ago. So I saw that. I watched a little bit of it. I get it. She kind of draw it out. It's somewhere you just walk up there and it's kind of cool. They have how many trains. It's a big, huge yards out there in Nebraska. So I've been in the thing they have there of a lookout tower. It's really cool. I've always said the yard she was at, my dad worked at the yard, Cedar Lake Yard. It's long gone. And there's one there off of the Canadian Pacific that we went when we were on the we went on the Chicago on the train, which was a lot of fun. You go through that yard, and I've seen it from the highway. Then they hump them up a hill, and now they just go down. And I saw one in Cleveland one time. I've always said when you watch these yards, they're switching these boxcars around. It's like watching a chef cook, because you watch them, they back them up, release it, and then the guy in the thing will lead the car to where it's supposed to go to. How they put it, it's really cool. It's a great yard. It's off of 61 out there, off of 94, and you can stand on a bridge and watch. It's very interesting. I think it's really cool how they do their work. Very interesting. My dad would go to the career day switchman, and how they would switch stuff around. Very, very interesting. So there was that one that was in Ohio when they would bring up the coal things, and they would turn them upside down and then empty them out. It was really kind of cool. I mean, it's an art, man. And railroad business, you make good money. My dad, when he worked there, you were home every night. Now it's like not a chance. You're on call for an engineer, and they can't take time off. They can't hold anybody. It's too bad. My dad told me, you're not working for the railroad. Don't even do it. He goes, it was going to get worse. And this was back. He died in 89. So he goes, no, don't work the railroad. Don't do it. He goes, it's going to get worse here in about 10 years. And I get it. I see a train with my dad, just think of the work. When I see one go by when I'm driving, someone's working hard, man, working class, man. So it's always fun to see what they do. And the yards are fun to watch them switch. There's one off of 694. I was videoing one day, watching, moving stuff around for about, I started just watching, kind of in an area, watching, move the trains back and forth. Like, a good hour. It was fun. I was just sitting there watching them, just killing some time. It was fun. The one of a city one is the Canadian one is very interesting, because there's an Amtrak going by. They're always switching some trains. They have the hump. They pull up the hump and down it goes, and it connects it. So, but she was out there and did that before. I've seen people go out there. What's his name? My train guy, Distant Signal, went there one time. He went there. He did a good job too. Well, he loves his trains. Distant Signal. Check him out. He's really good. If you like trains, the Bone Line was his best one. There's a local guy here in town I like too as well. I discovered him. He did the Ford Motor Company line, which I watched it for fun one time. Not all of it, but that's an interesting line. He did it for 30-minute video on the history of it. The Ford Motor Company rail line. He did a great job on it. It's very, very interesting. Again, I'm a billionaire. I made that into a bike trail. I paid the nickel. Let's get this done. Here's some seed money, $5 million. Let's get it done. Go to Ford Motor Company. Hey, let's put this to good use. They should have had some of a light rail to go on or something down to Minneapolis or something like that. When they read the Ford Motor Company, is that the one I would like to be able to give money to? Is one over there in Bloomington that goes across Minnesota. I'm a billionaire tomorrow. Instead of buying an NFL team. There's so much money you can give money to. All of this country. Parks that need your money to make it, spruce it up, whatever it is. With that money, you can make something out of something. It's like the lady who was married to the guy from he was used to Minnesotan, who was married to Croc. He passed away. She gave tons of money away because she was ill-gotten gains. It's great. You can give money away. And you can pick every city, whatever state you want. You see something like I'm big on bike trails. The bike trail by my house, but that one I walked for the other channel. I walked down it. It was cool to walk down it. It goes across 13, goes through Savage and out to Burnsville, and come with the state and say, hey, listen, let's fit those bridges along the way, and let's put this thing that people can bike and call it the Minnesota South Bike Trail. And that's my legacy. I don't know. There's another bike trail, another train is abandoned on 35W when we went down to Iowa to do some gambling. It goes parallel to it. Take it out, put a bike trail in, take up the train track. Another one. Just do something with it. There it's sitting. But how many cars do you need, I guess, right? But Sarasota Tim, I was listening to Russell does stuff. he was talking about all the haters, right? It was pretty funny. And he's talking about New York Daniel, right? How great the advice he gives. Like, you're not serious, are you? You really? New York Daniel is worse than I am. Well, I'm a bull-faced liar, I get it, but his advice on stocks, like I'm gonna listen to New York Daniel stocks, and I'm not the best golfer in the world, but I'm not gonna listen to golf balls. It's like I firmly believe that Sarasota Tim, that's his hero, because whatever Sarasota Tim does, he does. Because I guess he was fasting. We talked with Friday with Carl, and he was fasting. Okay, I get it. You diet, whatever. I'm 5.9. My A1C Jardian has been real good to me. Lost some weight. Don't eat as much as I used to. I've done double whoppers, maybe just one. The other night we had lasagna, one piece. Just didn't. I don't want to eat. I love it. I used to love to eat double whopper, large fry, just with the Jardian, whatever it may be. But what I always say about a diet: king's breakfast, servants, queen's lunch, servants dinner, and you got to move your body. It's how one chick said, "Stop the insanity." That blonde girl. It was a good documentary on her. She was ahead of her time. got him. And Cher was like that. Cher talked about, she watched the lady walk around the club. You got to move your body. I mean, it's all I'm telling you. I mean, to get losing weight, it's what you put in your mouth. I mean, I shove a lot of stuff in my mouth. You get it. You've seen it. When I used to be 300 pounds, you know, I mean, it's if losing weight was easy, I would do it. But when it comes to investing, you talk to somebody that you know who knows what to do, not some moron like me. Where else? A lot of good stock tips out there. What you want to put in? It's this. You know, he's not a stock trader. He's just regurgitating behaviors. You talk to him who's in charge of behavior. And I get invested. I have my railroad stock with my father, and a blind trust, and I've got some other stuff with my mother's estate, whatever I bought. And I have a blind trust, and I invested the railroad when he died. I bought from the estate. My brother was pissed. Later on, how it started to triple, and they split them. It's like, well, I bought them, you got the money from it, and now, you know, it's whatever, because I wasn't going to let them go away. Whatever. I mean, Perkins, I sold all my stock long. They want to buy it from me. I made some decent money on that, because every year they gave you 10 stocks before they went private. But it is what it is. But I was like, come on. Like, he's going to let you have advice. He's a Nepo baby, for Christ's sake. Ted was sending me a tampon Tim. Let's see if Ted the Talking Head's in the building. We'll see if Ted the Talking Head, still a New York thing, even though Ted the Talking Head.
What's happening?
Ted the Talking Head, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Just doing a feed mongering radio.
Nice.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for calling in the show. How you doing?
You got it.
You know, you always call the show. You always call in the show. I appreciate that. You're always
have to.
You get your phone out and you say, "I'm calling in the show. I'm calling if you're mongering radio." You know.
That's right.
Because you have a fear mongering hat, sure, don't you?
No.
I thought I gave you a hat one time. A fear mongering hat. I thought I sent. I swear.
I got a Bitch Boy radio.
Yeah, but I swear to God, I gave you a fear-mongering radio hat. I gave you one. I swear to God.
Really?
I think you have one, because I got it done to Mall of America, and she typed it. She made it wrong, and I sent it to you. I swear to God, you have a fear-mongering.
Let me check. Yeah, let me check. It might be because I have my jacket put away, so it might be with that.
I know. I think you have a shirt and a hat. I know you have a hat for sure, because I made 2 hats, fear-mongering radio hats, at the Mall of America.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, it might be with my spec jacket.
Yeah. Okay. How is that spec jacket doing these days?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I just can't wear it in the summer down here.
It's a great jacket. I tell all the time. I said, you know, I always tell people all the time about board members. You know, that, I mean, Zane B, when he applied for the college, he was on a board of directors, and they sent me a letter, and I said, yes, he's on my board of directors. and then
really?
Chris Ranson got a job. He was at a restaurant. And he lived in Pennsylvania. I think he still does. And a guy called me. Are you blah blah? I go, yeah. He goes, do you have a board of directors and speculative board? I said, yes. Is Chris Ranson? I said, yes, he is. He's on.
That's hilarious.
And then somebody else. I got a call for a job reference. I said, yeah, board of directors.
Wow.
So it's pretty funny, because I've always said, you take the oath, and I said, when you take the oath and you're on the board of directors, your excuse is when you're wrong, hey, I'm a speculator. You know.
Yeah.
That's what you say. I'm on the board of directors. I'm a speculator. I can speculate all I want. You know, when you're wrong, you just haul past yourself off.
You're always going to take accountability.
Yeah, you know. It's not a lie. I'll be the truth. I got a question for you. Jeff Hagee, ain't his breath, right? Hagee rants, right? He did some parody on me, fine. He wants to reinvent himself. That's fine. I eat him online, whatever. So I went after him. I got a question for you.
Hagee rants is that fat guy?
Yes. Okay, he's a big fat guy who did a parody. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that very, very much. And I've been calling the guy out, his past. He did a prank phone call to a Chinese restaurant, and he's acting like he can't hear him, and he's saying stuff to the guy, being a total dink, working class, like you always said that one day.
You don't want to bother them people.
Right. So he's bothering the Chinese guy, right? So at the end of the video, you tell me if this is wrong, he says to this guy, how about if I come down and butt fuck you? You know what I'm saying? Come down and do it up the ass. Okay? So
Why would you say something like that?
So you tell me if that's a racist behavior to some Chinese guy who's just trying to get his restaurant, right? I mean, to me, I get me and you working together, Perkins. We'd always joke around. You bend over. Hey, I think I know you, Ted. It's two people having fun because you're under pressure. We do it all the time. Hey, when you bend over, don't chuck on. That's two grown men having fun. But to a total stranger on the phone and you record it.
I don't think it's racist.
Well, but he was being racist with the Chinese guy by mimicking him. Before that,
that's really not too cool.
Yeah, that's not. But the whole point is, I personally think if you're going to say that to a man, you're going to literally come down and rape the guy. You're almost like maybe you want to experiment with this guy. I mean, it's kind of strange to say that to some guy on the phone.
Oh, it's beyond strange.
Yeah, I mean,
to think that, listen, anytime like guys like say stuff like that, it makes me nervous.
Yeah, exactly, because
because I'm sure my mind never goes to those places.
We had Perkins. We're a couple gay guys. We joke around, but it's two guys having fun. But I would not call into a restaurant and try to do a to-go order and then mimic him and then, hey, I'm going to come down and I'm going to sodomize you. I don't think so.
Right.
I'm not doing that. Like I said, Perkins, we do it all the time. Be stressed. And you walk behind him and his name is Michael. He goes, "Don't give me a good time, cowboy." I'd walk behind him because he was a gay man. I used to do all. He always told me, "You want to go to the dark side? I'm your first. I'm your first guy." It was me and him, very good friends. I'm still to this day. And, we talked for once. How you doing? What's going on with your wife? Blah blah blah. But it was always just me and him having fun. And he knew I was straight. I knew he was gay, but he was my very good friend, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
I've had friends like that too. And you can joke around, and they can joke around on your end too.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
But you don't do a complete stranger.
That's cool, but to a stranger?
So, odd. And then he does another thing. I want to ask you about Steel and Valor. You know who I am with the military, and the man wearing blue. Okay, so what he does, he gets on Twitter. This is like, again, 10 years ago, because he was pushing around a 17-year-old girl's picture, okay, with his Hagee family, right? The Hagee family, right? And he was doing that behavior, so Bobby Olmsted loved him, right? So he's on Twitter one night telling all his butt buddies he was going to join the military, right? I called him out on it. So I know it happened 10 years ago, but your past is your future. You can do that kind of behavior,
right?
You know you can do it again.
The old fat guy that I see on the YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, he ain't gonna make it through. He wouldn't even make it through raising his right hand without needing like an oxygen.
Yeah, that's Hagee Ranch. You've seen that guy, so you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, fat guy. He's huge. Now it's Jeff Explorers. So go to Jeff Explorers. He did a couple videos on me, and it was funny. I retaliated. He had one. He went to a because I do some parodies. I do some porta potty podcast in a porta potty, talk about things. And so he goes to a park pretending looking on my behalf like he's looking for children because I've talked about his behavior with children. So he's using me excuse to go to a park, right?
Right.
And he looks nervous like he's been there before and not supposed to, right? That's just what I observe, right? So he put out a post on his Jeff Explorers. He admitted stealing Valor. He blamed it on trying to get Bobby Olmsted to leave him alone. So he's actually he stole Valor and haul passed off Bobby Olmsted. Some guy was in the Hagee family who cried over not being in the Hagee family. But that's that big fat guy. If you type in Jeff Explorers, you'll see a video of him looking for Cowpote. It's funny as hell because he looks nervous and scared. Because I eat on camera. I go to Burger King. I do it on purpose to what? Piss people off. It's called triggering. Yeah. It's called gaslighting. And I've mentioned his behavior with kids, and he uses that excuse to, no, I'm just talking about your behavior. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just this guy was going to join. He used military to with these stupid white boys who he loved to brainwash.
Yeah.
And it's not cool.
No, you can't do that. I don't know. Yeah, I would have an issue with that.
Oh yeah, but to him, it's not a big deal. He can make fun of all he wants. Go ahead. I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. I've never hurt a child in my life. I've never pushed myself on a woman. I've always been a kind of community. I believe in the military. I believe what you did out in New York is not easy. Working down there in the subway, and some guy walks up to you with an arm and says, "Hey, I found this." You told me about that. So once you down there?
Yeah, it was a leg.
Yeah, leg.
Yeah.
I told so much. I said, "Yeah." I said he was one day on a desk one day. I walked up and said, "Hey, I found this on the trail tracks." She goes, I said, "Yeah." I told you before. I said he's had that behavior. I said he told me one day a guy sitting around waiting for speed traps that's panhandling. And I told that to a cop one day, and he goes, "I like that." Because we were talking at the airport.
The road pirates. The road
Well,
pirates.
I think you called it panhandling to me.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, it's.
I think, and I told
to
the
me,
guy,
it's very pathetic. But
and I told him, I told the guy, I said, he goes, "I like that." He goes, "I don't do that stuff." And I go, "My buddy was New York cop, NYPD, and I go, they would look for crime. If they saw a screwdriver in the side of the thing, that was a stolen car. Their job was to look for crime. Not wait for crime to come to them. They were going to. And I said, that's just when I go to work in the morning at the airport. When I go on 169 to go to the airport, the Edina Police is one of the top 10 cities in the nation giving out tickets. They love to sit on 169 and wait for people. They love it. I'm crosstown. I'm at the speed limit. They love to do that. And almost once a weekend, somebody's pulled over and they're in front of the vehicle going back and forth. It's at least on Saturday morning there was somebody in crosstown. And it was a woman. And she's standing in front. Just
doing the walk of shame.
Yep, in the orange jumpsuit.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. If you're pulling over a lot of cars and you're specifically looking for drunks or warrants or but to litter paper on regular people working, I got a problem with that.
Well, I told the guy at the airport, he goes, "I'm only going to pull over the guys driving shuttles if you do something really bad." He goes, I got warned one time by a guy one day. He goes, "You got to slow down a little bit." He saw me at the airport. I go, "I understand." He goes, "No," he goes, "Just slow down a little bit." He goes, "I'm not going to give you guys a ticket unless you do something really, really bad." He goes, "You're working class." They know that. We're trying to make a living making tip money.
You're not trying to hurt the working man, but you're trying to find the bad seats that people with no licenses, no insurance, that if you run into or they run into you and you have like major medical bills and they have no insurance, that's a problem.
Absolutely.
That's your big problem.
Well, just like there's some kid that ran over some lady down south on an e-bike, right? She has brain damage. Who do you see about that? I mean, who do you sue? She's got brain damage. The kid was like 16. Who do you see about that? If you're gonna have an e-bike, you have to have insurance in my mind, because those go 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, you would think.
And behind my trail, they put it through, they haul past it. That's cheating in my mind. I went for a bike ride from my other channel. There are 3 more coming up. I biked around. It was fun. I get it if you need it, but e-bikes to me are cheating. You can kill somebody. Those things go 30 miles per hour. They fly. Some go real fast.
Yeah. And they're heavy.
Yep. But who does that lady see? She got brain damage from some kid on an e-bike.
Yeah.
Who do you see?
You have to self-insure yourself. You have to, especially nowadays, between all the illegal aliens that got let in here under Sleepy Joe, plus you got all these people that can't afford homes, right?
Right.
So they don't have homeowners policies. These people.
Correct.
So all they're going to carry, more than likely, is the minimum.
Correct.
Whatever your state minimum is, $25,000, $30,000. That's not going to cut it.
That's why a lot of them hit and run. I was one of the guys who worked at the airport one day. Some guy hit him and he went around left. He goes, "There's a bump," but he just ran off. He knew he was probably illegal limit, ran off.
Yeah. So like you're a guy with a house. I'm a guy with a house. So you have to up your underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage, because if they hit you and you don't have that on your policy, you're not going to have as much money to get from your own insurance. Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
In your insurance policies is something called underinsured and uninsured motorist, and you pay extra for that. But that's in the event you get hit by one of these knuckleheads, that you have that extra coverage. I highly recommend to anyone with a house to add that onto your coverage.
Right. Hey, real quick, I see Lindsey Graham passed away.
Yeah.
I saw it, and also because I thought it was Moscow Mitch, because Sue Ellen's got Moscow Mitch on her Deadpool hit, right?
Yeah, but he's still allegedly alive.
Yeah, they did some proof of life, I guess, video. But so I saw that on my feed on YouTube. I looked away from it. I thought I was going to call her. You have a Deadpool hit. That was going to cost me money again, right? Because her brother gave it up, right? Her blind brother. And I thought, then I looked at it again. I'm like, really? It's Lindsey, the closet gay man? What?
Yeah.
So he died Saturday night. So that was, he's at the gates of hell, whatever. He's down the hell when he goes. But I guess he was, allegedly a closet gay man. If he was, so be it. I don't care.
Yeah, I think he was like Ed Koch, if you remember Ed Koch in New York mayor in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He, never out there, but out there.
Oh, was he? Was Ed Koch a gay man?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But they never asked him about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing. Not that it matters.
Right. No, I know.
He was a great mayor.
Yeah, I
know.
don't care. Like look at what's his Queen's lead singer. I mean,
Freddie.
I mean, come on. I mean,
the new one?
No, the other. Well, he's gay too, but no, the original.
Yeah.
The original.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. That's a great movie they did with him. I mean, great singer. It's too bad he couldn't use a condom or had just a boyfriend, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's Liberace, same thing. Would have lived for a lot more longer if would have, had one guy instead of, whatever, use a condom, whatever.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Just like what's his name? Elton John said one time, "I'm shocked I didn't get AIDS. Of all the guy, how much sex I had," he goes. And Elton John said, that. He goes, "I'm shocked." He goes, "I later on I dummied up and realized I got to get one boyfriend, and that's it."
Yeah,
and that's what he did. And I get it. He's a gay man, but a great singer. Same thing with Halford. Just unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
gay man, but I don't care. He's a great. I knew he was. I didn't care because KQ92 one time a guy called in and they were talking about Halford, and he goes, his buddy went backstage and Halford liked him, and he goes, "Hey, I'd like to come on tour with us for a couple weeks." And he's like, and he pulls his buddy off the side. He goes, "Listen, Halford's a gay man. He wants you to come along to be his." And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "No, don't." He goes, "It's not like he wants you to come along to be a backstage fun." He goes, he thinks you're a gay man. So he told him, "No, Halford, I'm busy," Because he liked him. And it was, he didn't know that. He didn't know that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Halford wanted to come along, so it was pretty funny. And it's a great story the guy was telling him. It was Halford's birthday. My favorite one time, he called into a Blog Talk Radio Network time. And comes on the show that he's in town with Ozzy, right? And it'd be so cool to have him on the show. I'd say, hey, my last thing I'd say to him, on your tour, what's the one thing you love about touring? What's the worst thing you like about touring? That'd be my question. What does he say to the guy after it's a great interview?
Yeah.
He goes, how does it? What's worse, downloading music or working with Ozzy Osbourne's wife? And it's like, you stupid idiot. Don't ask him about her. Just ask him my final thing. What's your favorite thing about touring? Don't bring up her because he can't say anything.
No, because it's a business.
And he goes, you asshole, and he just hung up the phone. And the guy goes, hey, thanks for being a dink. Never again. And that was, it was on Blog Talk Radio now. It was a podcast. It was a heavy metal one. And I'm like, you idiots, man. If I had him on my show, I'd ask him. I had Hurricane Hank on my show one time.
Yeah.
Long time ago. He talked about being I go, I said, what do you like about going on tour? What's your worst? And tell me some front row stories. And he goes, he told me all these stories when they went to a biker place and the stuff going on front row, sex going on. He goes, just the things he would tell me. It was a great interview. I didn't ask. I think he was still playing for. I didn't ask him. I don't think I did. It was none of my business. We talked. I just give me stories about with you and George and the boys. He gave me. It was a good hour interview with him, and we had a great time. I didn't ask one. I said, hey man, how's life in general? And it still pisses me off that he re-recorded Bad the Bone to cut him out of the money.
And it sounded terrible.
That it pissed me off. That still angered me. He did that because he sued. Yeah. He sued to get his royalties because they were still taking money out of the management thing. When he would get his royalties, they were taking his royalty from his management. The management money. And he's like, no, because he sued for that. So whoever was managing, he goes, you're not managing anymore. I get my straight cut. So the manager. So he was pissed.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. You almost forget about him.
Right.
It's been so long.
Yeah, he's
been out since. I know he's passed away, but I mean, he hasn't played with. I think 2002, right? Was about the last.
Yep. After Ride Until I Die was his last album he did.
Yeah.
I would love to. The band I love to put together. As I was listening to the 30-minute with the bass guitarist for Van Halen. Okay, who got screwed by Eddie, right?
Oh, Michael Anthony.
And he's been really cool, but doesn't want to disrespect Eddie, right?
Yeah.
And I would love to get him. The lead guitarist for the hell's that one? Girls. What's that band?
Motley.
The Motley Crue's lead guitarist who left because to put him, Anthony, and the drummer from Cheap Trick. They pushed him out too as well. He's a really good drummer. Put those three together. There's a woman that I heard her sing cover songs. She's a really good singer. and put those those four together in a band. Because that lead guitarist for him he did a song like a year ago. It was epic. But you'd put Anthony in there and that drummer from Cheap Trick in a band. Those three guys would be great, and get that woman and write some songs. That'd be so cool. I mean, I think that.
Well, I mean, Michael Anthony landed on his feet with Sammy Hagar.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also he made some hot sauce, and he's like worth $50 million. He's like,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because he did the hot sauce, and he's a guy I guaranteed he would say hello to you if you saw him
dude, he played here. Sammy played here, and it was funny. It was the night before he was hooking up with George to go. They were doing a whole shitload of dates, but he played here the night before. You know, and Michael, dude, they looked like they were having a blast, man.
Yep.
You know, small southern place, but it was packed to the gills.
Because they live in California together. They live close. I guarantee if you saw Anthony in the street, you walk up to and shake his hand.
He's an everyman, man.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite.
He's not David Lee Roth, let's say.
Because he got screwed out of the money. He signed it. It was too bad, but he's made money on tequila and the hot sauce stuff, because he called it was a very good interview. He called a place. He said, well, give us $300,000, we'll make it. He goes, no, I want to make my own. They give him $300,000. He goes, no, I want to make my own. So somebody came to an autograph session with him, and they told him, blah, blah. So he reached out to the company, and they sat down, they did what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it's called Anthony something, but he just seems like the kind of guy you walk up to. Like I met Joe Mauer at the State Fair last year. I shook his hand, congratulations in the Hall of Fame. He said, thank you very much. And that's how I met Joe Mauer twice.
Yeah.
Reach out, Kent Herbeck, I've met him twice. And, just very nice. Just, hey, thanks a lot. You know what I'm saying? How's it going? Whatever. I met Joe Mauer. We talked the first time for 10 minutes about my mom. I mean, he was, didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I said, hey, congratulations last year. And she goes, who was that? It was Joe Mauer. Really? And, he was pushing someone else's children, and he had to go. He was a really nice guy. I mean, that's Joe Mauer. I mean, it's like athletes who aren't. I mean, I met at the airport 15 years ago Cal Ripken Jr. I go, who are you?
Oh, wow.
I go, who's Cal Ripken? He goes, well, who are you? Oh, I want a picture with you. And he gave me a bunny sign. He was really nice. We talked about, I said, I was at the Mall of America when you broke the record. I remember that night, Jeff, like it was yesterday. We chatted for about 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
And he was really cool. And I go, what are you doing here? And he goes, looks around. He goes, see the second place trophy? We wasted our time coming here. He was just joking because they got second place in the tournament. He goes, this is going downstairs. His son got second place in the tournament. So he was in town for the Little League team. Because he was walking through security, and Stu goes, is that Ripken? And I go, are you Mr. Ripken? And he goes, well, who are you? And well, I want a picture with you. And just like when I saw Jesse Ventura, I was a Navy SEAL, and you saw him there one day, and the picture I have,
Yeah, that's an epic picture,
and
man.
I'm chasing him down. Jesse, I don't have time. I don't have time. What'd you say? All right, fine. It's your birthday. Because it was him, and I go, Fidel's birthday too? All right, fine. That look on his face is epic. That's a great.
Yeah.
I got the Rolling Stone shirt on. The guy's walked away. There's a Delta 7 behind. It's just the look on his face.
Yeah.
That's an epic picture.
You wanted no part of that, and you're happy as a pig.
It's my birthday. We're in New York City, and it was fun. That was so hilarious because he was in town for the propaganda behavior he was doing. He was doing the propaganda UFO behavior because he was in first class. He was stretching the whole way halfway to New York. He stood up and he was like, "Hey, that's Jesse." So I'm chasing like a little kid. Hey, Mr. Ventura, can I have a picture with you? I don't have time. And I go, you don't have time to bleed. What'd you say? And I go, no, I'm sorry.
I don't have time to bleed.
Yeah, you didn't like that too much, but he finally took that picture with his hand on his hip, and that's And I'm wearing that Rolling Stones that my blind brother picked out for me at the Rolling Stone concert. It's got nothing on it but the lips, and it's
an epic shirt.
Yeah, and the blind man got that for me. That's what's funny about the whole damn thing. But I got my smirk on my face. There's a super shuttle which is no longer behind me, and there's a guy walking away. It's just a great picture, and it's just so good, man. Jesse's got that look like you kissed my ass, you punk.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It's Jesse Ventura.
I don't know. I see him once in a while. He pops up when he wants to piss him out. He's down in Mexico, I guess.
You don't live in Minnesota?
I think he does once in a while. I don't know. He kind of goes back and forth. He come here when he wants to bitch about something. That's all Jesse is. You know what I'm saying? He'd been good to run for the Libertarian Party. He'd been good for that because that's how he's.
I think he's done though. He's like old.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's burned out from it all.
Yeah. He's just he speaks out. He dies on his feet. He's not afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
I was
he
in
makes a lot of money doing autographs.
Yeah,
signing.
hell yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. To me, that picture goes a lot longer than an autograph. And like I said,
100%.
if I want an autograph from somebody like Joe Mauer or anybody, I don't want it if I can't read it. I don't want it. I don't. A picture, because it's like when that picture I got autographed for you, all the boys. You can read, especially
in my room.
Especially Schuler, the way he does with the state of Texas.
Yeah.
You know, you can read it. Billy Blau, Jeff Simon. You know, Thurgood's Field. Those, you know, who's on that thing. You know. So real quick,
and it's that great picture because they signed all above their names,
correct
faces. So it's it's pretty cool.
Right. So real quick now. So Tampon Tim. So here's the problem with the Hmongs. I get it. They came here. They work hard. I get it. The problem is in their culture, they don't care how old the child is when they conceive with these children. That's the problem. When they come here, they still think they can do it. I get that's your culture over in a Hmong country. When you come here, you can't do that kind of behavior. They had a lot of problem with that behavior here. They would come here and they would be marrying 16-year-old kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were doing that because that's unfortunately just like down south. What's a coal miner's daughter? She was 16, pumping out kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, they didn't care because you can bleed, you can breathe. That's the problem with that behavior. But they pardoned him. Why you would pardon a predator? I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't get it, and sadly, it's politics, man.
Yep. Well,
that's sad, man. That's like he's done after this. Like this is it for him, right?
Yeah, he didn't get. So when what's her name wanted to be the 47, went up against the hunch, right? When she should have been from the very beginning. But anyway, when she stepped in, right, for Sleepy Joe, right? Fine.
Yeah.
I told Sue Ellen, take the gay guy. Because he's gay, who cares? And he's a good speaker. I said, don't take Tampon Tim. Tim. I said, why? Because he's got too much baggage. What do you mean? I go, look at the riots. They text back and forth. Should we bring in when they're burning our city to the ground? To the ground. I watched that live.
Yeah.
I said, he's got too much baggage. He's too much of a pussyfoot around. I said she should have never took him because it just ruined it. She didn't have much legs anyway, but that made her look even worse because of his past. Like I talked about Jeff Hagee and his behavior, stolen valor, wanting to bang some guy. His past will be his future. Okay, I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, but I was talking about before. I was at a hockey game and some kid that I reffed hockey is now in his 30s recognized me. I had no idea when the hell he was. And same thing with another kid from the Oak Ridge Country Club. And she was, who's that? Like, I have no idea. But he knew who I was because I had for some reason, I did something good to this kid.
Yeah, well, he was a kid and you were an adult, and adults don't change that much.
Right,
so you're easily recognizable, but you would have no clue who that person.
And he walked up to me, and we talked, and we discussed members, and shook his hand. He had his new son, and he introduced me to him, and we were at a wild game, and she was waiting, and I came over, and she said, who was that? I go, I have no idea. I said, he was a kid at Oak Ridge Country Club. He remembered me, and we talked about the old days. She goes, I said, it happened another time. We were someplace with State Fair one day, and I'm like, she goes, let me guess, you don't know? I said, I don't know. I have no idea who this person was. They recognized me from reffing hockey, and I said because the young man was a hockey player, and I reffed him numerous times, so he recognized me. And I said because I was a nice person. That's a good legacy to have when you're 20 years later and someone recognizes you and it's something you did good. Instead of pointing at me, hey, this guy is weirdo. Like I said, when I was at Oak Ridge, I didn't swear in front of the kids, and when I was smoked, I didn't smoke in front of the kids. I didn't do it. I never did for my nephews when I smoked. I never did. That's one thing I never did. I just because if they weren't going to find out cigarettes from me, and I didn't cuss in front of them because we found a common connection, music, whatever, travel, whatever, sports. We find that common connection when we were in the Oak Ridge. That was fun. You find common connect. Like our common connection was George with the Delbert stores. You know what I'm saying? That's how we. Yeah. Well, and then I missed that message board, the original message board. That was a great message board.
Yeah, it's too bad.
He just disappeared, got rid of it, and it's too bad when they started to use the one now on the one. But the old one was great. guerrilla warfare on there. It was fun. The arguing back.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
I missed those.
Yeah.
I missed those old message boards. Remember the original one on Capitol Records? It was Bob Seger on there. You could pull down the original one was the best.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You could pull down, and you had Bob Seger, the Beatles, whoever was on Capitol Records. So you could pull down to different people. Beach Boys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
The Beach Boys was on there, so you could pull down. You go from Bob Seger, the Beatles, to George, to whoever was with Capitol. That was the original. It was fun. It was all kinds of stuff that if you want to go talk about Bob Seger, you go talk about the Beach Boys. You know, I remember being on Heart had a real good one until I was there. Then, Melissa Etheridge became to be, people fighting over who she was sleeping with and whatever. And it's like, instead of just stick to the music, I just got sick and tired of the lesbians yelling at each other. And just after a while, it's like, come on. We're here to talk about music, not bitching about whatever she isn't doing for you in a concert, But yeah, I saw your text today. Hopefully,
I was reading it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not. It's just it's tampon Tim. She should have took the gay guy. She should have took him, the one guy. He was soft-spoken. He could speak. He'd be able to banter with never Trumper and be more connect with more people. He had way too much baggage. Just like I said, any job I have a background check on me. When my mother passed away and my father, I had to go through a background check to get the money. Okay, my dad died with a substantial amount of money. It took 2 weeks to go with my background because there were many guys by name. One guy was a felon, the other guy owed money for child support before I get my money because I had to go through a background check. You know what I'm saying? In his background, Tampon Tim seems like a nice man, but he just sometimes doesn't think right. His own deputy won't speak to him. Is the governor, the second in command. They haven't spoke. I think she's trying to be the next governor, because I know Amy is going to probably get it, which is, I don't know why she'd go from senator down to governor. I don't understand that, but
yeah, sometimes they just want to get out of there.
I don't blame her. I met her at the Super Bowl 52, and I shook her hand, and I said, listen, I'm independent Republican. I did vote for you. I've always liked her because they don't like her on the left because she's too in the middle. She likes to come to the middle because she is actually practiced law. She was a what do you want to call it? What's the one she was a prosecutor. So they don't like her on the left because she likes to go to the middle. She likes to come to agreement with people. She would reach out, Lindsey, she reached out with him. She liked to come together with him on certain things. Just like with Bill Clinton and, what was his name from Boston? What was his name? The guy, Tip O'Neill. They didn't like each other,
yeah.
but guess what? They got together on things. Because they got, almost about the economy, stupid. That's what Clinton said. It's about the economy, stupid. Yahoo, man. That's what it was. That's what he talked about, so.
Yeah, because now your daddy's Democrats are communist socialists, man. These are the people that are winning.
I know. It's really too bad.
Scary, man.
I know we can't come together in this country. It just pisses me off. It's just my dad was a Republican union man, and my mom was a Democrat.
I mean, the Dems used to be union guys. They've given them up.
Yeah,
they've given them up.
I know.
Now they're more for the extreme freaks.
Yeah, my dad
socialism and
my dad was rolled over in his grave because he was about a handout and about the union and working class and that's what he was about, and just get along. I met my first African American gentleman that came from Alabama, and I remember when he died, the day he died, July 4th, when the word got out he was dead, about 8 people came down for the condolence with keys to his garage. Because he gave the key out, because he was the kind of guy. Mr. Work's the same thing. We were talking with my buddy up on the hill, and he goes, My dad went down to your dad's garage, and he wanted to have him weld a trailer hitch on there. And my dad was like, not a problem. I said, that's how my dad was. If he found out you, Ted, needed something done on your car, and you didn't come to him, you would get a stern talking to.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what Mr. Dvorak was. And before he passed away, he goes, make sure you take care of Mr. Dvorak who passed away. He'd always go snowblow. My next neighbor snowblowed our driveway when I was gone one day. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, that's what we do in this town. Just like when Dad Wu passed away. Goodness, they were in Vegas, and she's a vice president to, what's that, when the guy got assassinated and shot in New York. She's a vice president, and I went and did her lawn while she was gone. She goes, did you do it? I said, well, Adam Wu did it. I said, I have no idea. I said, the goodness. I said, she goes, it was you. I said, I have no, because she followed my trail down, my snowboard down on my thing. I did it while she was gone, because that's what we do in our neighborhood. We look out for each other. And that's what my dad would do if you. And I said, yeah, that's how my dad was. That's what he was. And that people brought the key back because you could use his garage to get a tool. And that's what he was. If you needed something, you came to him. If he could make you something and fix something for you, you went to him. That's how he was. That's how this neighborhood is. We've forgotten in this country to get along.
Oh yeah.
We've forgotten.
Yeah, that's a shame.
They don't know how to get along anymore. That's the problem.
No, and there's so much corruption. I mean, look at I hate to say he keeps hitting your state, but God Almighty, man.
No, I know. So before I cut you loose,
it's unbelievable.
I agree.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Everywhere. I agree. So before I cut you loose, let's talk a little sports here. You are a speculator.
Yeah.
So how are your masturbators these days?
Last place.
Oh, the Mets. They're a mess. They're a mess.
Yeah, with the second highest payroll, and they're in last place.
This got to be
horrible. Terrible. I watch every game.
Of course, you're a masturbator. You're people that, and remember, you have to care about sissy ball soccer. Remember that you have to care.
Yeah,
you have to care. You have to. Right?
Well, I'll be heading to the great state of Ohio.
Oh, what's there?
We're going to follow the Mets from Cleveland to Pittsburgh.
Oh wow, a little road trip with the lovely.
No lovely.
No lovely.
Just the boys.
Just the boys.
My boys.
Wow.
Yeah. So it will be one game or two games in Cleveland, or one game and two games, or two games in Pittsburgh. We haven't decided.
Well, that'd be a time of your life. You go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's correct.
If you do go, Anthony's guitars are the one he talked about, the Jack Daniels guitar.
Yeah.
And he goes, he had three of them. He goes, one is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So if you do go, take a picture of it and send it to me.
Will do.
So, okay, and then you see the Seattle Seaweed got sold for a couple $1 billion. Got sold to some guy.
Yeah.
An Indian gentleman, international gentleman, so they got sold, and I guess allegedly going to go to charity. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Allegedly to charity.
Yeah, allegedly.
To charity. It's going to go to some charity. Remember, I was not guilty. The Jewish mafia took me out in my jail cell, and I was an innocent man. When he did his. They put up his jailhouse phone calls.
Yeah.
He loved his jail cell. That was like a cabin for he was going to get out. He was going to get back in the NFL. He was going to go play for the New England Patriots again. He loved it. And his wife loved his fiance loved to gaslight him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when he would talk to the Pouncey brothers, he'd drop him the N-word and had the time of his life. His mother would call. Those are some great calls. Because the Pouncey brothers were great because they would talk about football, what's going on with the Steelers, Tomlin, whatever, and it was just kind of fun. It was a great conversation. But the Pouncey brothers were the best because they was the best because he thought he was going to get back in again and he was going to be found not guilty and he was going to be free and he could play basketball up on the roof and oh my God, everything was all good. But his ex-fiance, she had another baby with somebody else. So now she has a second child. She's been spending because he got his what do you call it, Social Security from the NFL. So she's should have never. That should be for that when she turned 21. That girl should get it. But she's been spending it on stuff. I'm not surprised, bitch. But anyways, that's the way she blows. So. What else was I going to say? Your candy ass Jets. Anything on the candy ass Jets?
Nothing on the Jets. Nothing.
They're a mess.
Absolutely nothing. Wait until next month. They should start.
Your coach thinks that you're bringing back the past, bringing back the candy ass New York Jets. He's going to bring you someplace. He thinks that your resurfaced quarterback is going to come back and bring in the promised land. He's talking playoffs with your candy ass Jets.
Yeah.
You playing God laughs.
We don't want the playoffs this year at all. They did. Some fans like, well, maybe they'll win 6 or 7 games. That's useless. That's pointless. Win one. Win 2.
You want to be on the clock. You want the boy from Texas.
Yeah, you want to be on the clock. You got 3 first-round picks, man.
Well, that's right.
You know, you don't want to be trading 2 of the picks to move up. You need players, bro.
Yeah.
So finish last or first. You know what I mean? And go from there. I'll sacrifice 1 more year for that.
I love it. Maybe you get Peyton Manning's the second coming.
Maybe. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Who knows?
I have a feeling, man. He's not. I just don't. I don't know about that guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
We'll see.
He
it
didn't
happen.
have the last name. What would you be thinking of?
Right.
So I don't know.
We'll see it happens in Texas. We'll see it happen because about them. If he fails, they will sit him because they want to win. They don't care about his NFL career. They want to win. So they will. If he fails, they'll sit him down.
Yeah.
They're not going to leave him. But anyways, have fun on your trip. If you do go to Hall of Fame, give me a picture. He said that Anthony said it's in there because there was 3 of them that he had. So
okay, I'll definitely look for it. If I see it, I'll snap a lot of pictures.
I think, and I love Gene Simmons' bass player. I love that bass one he has because the one of his bass is in the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square on the wall.
Oh, okay.
The one that he has, it looks like an axe.
Yeah,
Gene,
yeah.
I love that guitar. But no, if you get a chance, he's a very good interview. He's just sitting there talking about the history and just he took the high road with Eddie. He wasn't going to rip on a dead man. He goes, I wish we could have gotten back together. He probably would have, but it was all about Eddie bringing his kid in and screwing him over. But he's worth $50 million, and he had the last laugh. He's still playing bass, having fun because he wants to. He doesn't need to work. That guy could literally go live in Africa and open I don't know, whatever, hang out, whatever. So I like, I always have one of my favorite musicians. I just think I'd love to shake his hand and start a band with the guy, get that guy from one and bring him together with somebody else, a drummer, and put together a band. But whatever.
Yeah.
I made money in the Deadpool on Eddie, so when he passed away, he was on my Deadpool hit. So
yeah, that's a tough one to take.
That was tough.
Anyways,
young man, as usual, it's always good to have you call into the show.
Always. All right,
so, thanks for coming on the show.
You got it. You be well, be safe. Say hey to Sue Ellen, and I'll talk to you this week.
And there he goes, Ted, the Talking Head. See ya. That's Ted, the Talking Head. He is always fun to have on the show. Always, he's a gas. It's always been a good shit to come on the show and save trolling, and we have the time of our life. That's what we do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, he was NYPD. We always appreciate the military and the armed forces branches. September 1st, 1939, they invaded Poland because one, again, was supposed to end all wars. But Hitler decided we got dragged in 82 years ago. We had to storm the beaches and snap the neck of the crowd and go to Berlin. And they had the rat line and the blue lights, start burning those churches to the ground. They're crime scenes. You don't shower in the shower, but God bless the men when in blue like a cop car, crackhead, got the working class, balls the size of basketballs. It's the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, and the Navy, and the Merchant, NASCAR, Coast Guard. They're in and out of uniform. Thank you so much for your service. I appreciate it. Without you, we have nothing at all. Don't shower in the shower, Penn State. You see something, say something. Don't like two men having sex. Get it? You can't watch two women. That, my friend, is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Watch two women. That's gay sex. And it's against your beliefs. That's all there is to it. It's fun to have me and my pet pulling hair, but just because he's all water, no seeds, well, what happened? What's in the water? But when he does have a seed and you get pregnant, you carry the groceries. Marry before you carry. Oh, it's just, and then, guys, guess what happened? Now you're on the hook after she spits out that baby. Whores in the backseat, sluts on the couch. You make love in the bed. But please prevent all that behavior. Put a condom on. It's all we're ever asking. You can't steeple a man to a fence. That's not very Christian to be doing this either. And always make good choices. Yeah, your choices in life. Choices are calls from murder, pick up the phone, too much to drink. It's not that tough. We're on for $140. Oh my goodness. With Ted the Talking Head, a great friend. But always call someone. You see something, say something. You see something in your community, go pick up garbage. Go help in your community. That's all we're asking. My name is Jeff. Fear-mongering radio. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone have the time of your lives. Have a great week. I own your soul. We are